looking at me.
Yo, what's up guys? What's good? How are you doing? Mr. Adventure here. I'm okay, I suppose. I'm still just, everything that happened earlier this morning, last night. It was busy as usual. It's just a little overwhelmed for me. And I didn't like it. Not one bit. It's major suck shit. And yeah, I'll admit that I was frustrated and I just didn't like it. So that's the best way of a short version of it. So I really don't want to bore you to death with more details because it's really not that worth it. So it's what's done is done. It's over with. So I'm trying to move on and just let it go because what happened, it just happened. So I'm just gonna want to focus on just right here. So it's done with. So I just don't care. But anyways, I do got a new request from JC Mercer 25. So it's still not a Neto reaction, but here's something that I don't think I've never heard of. And well, here are two things that I do know is that one, Ghost Rider is and always will be my favorite character in the Marvel universe. I mean, Spider-Man I do love. Don't get me wrong. There are numerous of characters I do enjoy, in which the current of the Ghost Rider series is still doing good. Keep on strong with this one, but the new story is going to be pretty interesting. And two, in that which Halloween is just around that alley. So what I got here, this is a fan-made video, which this is a cover that's by Spiderbait, and the title is called Ghost Riders in the Sky. So this is something I've never knew about this or never heard of, but it will be interesting to take a look at it. And which is that this is not by JC. This is actually the video was made by DerMovie 1984. So let's check it out and let's begin. So without further ado, it's time to react. No freaking way. That's from the first movie. Mm-hmm.
Let's ride.
Oh boy. I remember this one. Rage. I remember this movie so much back then. Though. Okay, for this scene, this is all right. Black Heart. Ooh, okay. Lots of good chops there. I'll give it that. I'll give Spiderbait for this one. It is a very catchy and given of the old Western vibe into this song, and it is a pretty killer song. So it's actually pretty dope when you think about that, and given this kind of sort of as a theme to Ghost Rider, because pretty much that Ghost Rider could do pretty much any with crazy feats like that, and it just goes to show that that is something that is not from this world, and that just riding his hell cycle and just do a crazy sick jumps, doing incredible leaps. It is pretty fascinating back then. And yes, I am talking about the first movie. Yeah, it was it was a big deal, and it was a big break. That's something that we'd never seen before, and it was at that first time. And yes, that was played by Nic Cage, and which is that it was his favorite character, and he did his best to try to portray as Johnny Blaze and try to bring that character to life, even though that some have a disagreement, and even though that there was a director's cut, it still didn't save much of it. Not even the sequel. That's trash. But other than that, Nic Cage is being Nic Cage, so it's still acceptable. But it's just what happens. And forgive me if I'm being biased, but I'm just being thorough about of what I feel about that. And it had that hype moment. So, and yeah, I did own the game that was on the PSP back then, but at least that the song is pretty good, and doing it on the fan made video of it, that it's just it just gives that kind of the impression of Ghost Rider in the sky. That is just it was insane back then. But of course, nowadays is that it's pretty much that can happen in the comics. And I still hope that there is a plan that they could do another Ghost Rider movie, or perhaps that they wanted to try to do it on the TV. And of course, it did already happen. That was on the Agents of Shield, where we got Robbie Reyes that drives a it's a charge. It's a Ford Charger, and it definitely gives the remnants from the comics in the all new Ghost Rider. And it was a very unique, a different experiment of what would be like if it'd be a car instead of a motorcycle, and that was it. I mean, of course, he's technically is still Avenger, but he's in Avengers Forever, so we will get to see him back. But other than that, it is a pretty dope song. And I do like the most unique of the solo that was pretty very riveting, and that just elevates that type of vibration, and it's just so loud and it's so raw, and it's just pretty cool. So it is nice to just take a look at this, and just back in the early years, is that it was pretty good. So we could just leave it as it is that it had some best moments of the first Ghost Rider movie, and that's just me being honest with myself. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and let's give it up for JC for that request. I appreciate it. So, but all seriousness, I hope that there will be some plans. You know what? That's another thought, a wishful thought of a special presentation for Marvel Studios, because we need to see more supernatural characters in movies and TV, somewhere like that, because we deserve to see more. You know what I'm saying? But hit the like button, and also leave the comments down below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and peace.